Well, hello again, everyone. It's your man, Cowboy Star, and I'd like to thank you for watching, commenting, and subscribing to Cowboy Star channel. As you know, as soon as the news breaks on the Dallas Cowboys, one Cowboy Star will be here to report it to you. So I'd appreciate it if you would like and subscribe, especially to this channel, for all the content that I'll be bringing to you. Today, the Cowboys have some news. They have signed Kelvin Joseph, Bossman Fat. That's right, Bossman Fat has got a contract, his rookie deal, 4-year contract with the Dallas Cowboys. A lot of people think he's going to be a starter, so this is good news. He's been sitting out on a 10-day COVID-related absence. We don't know if he actually has COVID or if he's been exposed to someone that has COVID. So that's for health reasons, that has remained anonymous to us. But in other news, Micah Parsons also was signed to his rookie deal. Of course, he's a first-round draft pick. His deal's totaling $17 million with a $9 million signing bonus. So Micah Parsons is now a rich man. Let's see what he does. A lot of times when rookies get rich that quick, bad things seem to happen. But hopefully he's got his head on right, and that type of thing won't happen to him. He's going to be a stud. Everybody's predicting he's going to be a real difference maker on Dan Quinn's defense. And who knows, one of the players that are currently starters for the Cowboys, Jalen Smith or LVE, could land on the trading blocks. But we'll see what happens. In other news, the Cowboys had what they are calling a beach day today instead of the final day of mandatory OTAs. Kind of a bonding, if you will, session with all the players, trying to build trust and camaraderie between the team. I'd rather see them out there practicing another day and working on their craft than having a bonding day. But, who am I? I'm just a guy with a YouTube channel and a day job, so remains to be seen on that. But I got a question for everyone. Is Geno Atkins going to be signed by the Cowboys? He still hasn't. He's supposed to be seen by our Dr. Dan Cooper. And, Jerry Jones just right down the hall. All he'd have to do is mosey on down to the end of the hall there and have a little conversation with Jerry Jones or Stephen Jones. As they always say, player acquisition is 365 days a year. So who better than to sign a former All-Pro defensive end that could help the Cowboys tremendously. I'd like to see it happen, but we have 16 or 17 defensive tackles on the roster, defensive rushers on the roster right now. So it may or may not happen. We'll see. But he's right there in the building. It wouldn't hurt for him to get checked out by the Cowboys. As for our defense, let's hope that Dan Quinn can work a miracle and get us to a top 10 defense. But you know what? He really doesn't have to do that. He can get us to middle of the pack defense. And with Dak Prescott being back at quarterback for the Cowboys, we can only go up. To me, if we're in the middle of the pack in defense, say 14th, 15th, 16th, and we have Dak Prescott for 17, 18 games, however many games, 20 games if we make it to the Super Bowl, man, that's a no-win situation, no-lose situation right there. I mean, we're bound to win at least 2 or 3 more games if that happens, because our defense was bottom of the barrel last year. And even if we got to be mediocre on defense, I think that would really, really help our chances, especially in the NFC East. Uh, Another news: Sean Lee, General Lee, had an interview with CBS. I don't know if y'all saw him. He was on Colin Cowherd's show a couple weeks ago, all dressed up in a suit, and I think that was kind of his uh, little interview there for TV fans to see him in action on TV, and maybe that give him a little heads up when he went to the interview. He did a good job on Colin Cowherd's show. He had some good insight, and who better than to give old General Lee a shot at of the job on CBS. I don't know if y'all know, Rich Gannon has stepped down at CBS. He will no longer be an analyst on CBS Sports. So there's several players, former players, that are trying to get the job, and coaches. There's one coach, Jay Gruden, former coach of Washington football team. He's trying to get the job as Rich Gannon's replacement, along with Alex Smith, former quarterback of the Washington football team, who just recently retired. Joey Galloway is also trying, Mark Sanchez, and Sean Lee. So who would y'all like to see get that position on CBS? I personally would like to see Sean Lee be one of our coaches instead of getting on CBS. Let's just hope one thing. If Sean Lee gets on TV and becomes an analyst, let's don't have a repeat of when Jason Witten got on Monday Night Football and he stunk. He just totally stunk it up because he had no training whatsoever. They just kind of threw him to the dogs and say, "Hey, Jason, you're on Monday Night Football because you were the tight end for the Dallas Cowboys for so many years, and you played in the NFL, and you're a future Hall of Famer. So here's the keys to the Cadillac. Do your thing." And he just flubbed it. He couldn't handle it. He knew he couldn't, and that's why he returned to football and for another year or two, and now he's finally retired. So Sean Lee, if I have any advice to you, be sure you get trained and be sure you don't make the mistake that Jason Witten made. Well, with that being said, guys, I appreciate if you subscribe to the channel and leave a comment or two below, and let me know what you think about these topics that we've talked about today. It's been a hot day over here. I don't know how it is in your neck of the woods, but I hope y'all have a good rest of the day. And thanks again for tuning in to Cowboy Star. I'm out.